You work hard on it.
Appreciate that. Man, you look good today, guys.
You look good.
That background don't look good.
My background looks awesome. I got the Knicks.
I'm talking about the Knicks. You can talk about that corner all you want to.
My Knicks back here, you know what I'm saying? It's
Are they in the
springtime.
Nah.
Hey.
They didn't make the playoffs this year?
No.
I can't talk. I got 3 stars on mine. I ain't gonna make it.
So, Kanye Westside news. I just want to let everybody know. Kanye Westside, we did an Ancestry.com thing. Kanye Westside is a trot. He's not Hilton. He's a trot. So I just found out that I have family in Bermuda, and we're all from Bermuda.
Fire.
Not only that, we all up in Massachusetts. Fire. So I'm going to CC anyway, man. So,
listen, I would never do that. More power to you, though. Because imagine if you did that and they wasn't even your family, and you're trying to make bonds with people. No, I'm straight.
I ain't lie. I feel it though.
Like, you know how
the thing. I always so my father's adopted, so like I always wondered who that side of the family was, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And every time when you feel like your last name not really your last name, sometimes like you just be sitting like, this ain't my last name, because they got to be more to this. There got to be more to me. Man, so I find out, man, my last name means something. Like, so the trot, we pretty much run the island of Bermuda. And then not only that, we got like land in Scotland, we got land in America, we got land in Jamaica. I mean,
we need some land, so go get it.
I'm just saying. So I'm telling everybody right now, we
need a corporation.
Hey, look straight up, you know what I'm saying? I want the people to know, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my Uncle Brendan, you know what I'm saying? Hey, get MTMV popping. We be all over the place. Full 94 be all over the world. You feel me?
So, you already know it. We out here. What's going on with you, man? What's going on with you, Will?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm starting to get healthy again, so I'm trying to wait so I can get back to working out. But I'm taking the weekend off, so I ain't really doing no podcast.
I ain't mad at it though.
I had meetings all week. I did get some good news though that we I think I'm gonna end up signing up for this fellowship and seeing if I can compete so I can write for Sesame Street, because I was, you know what I'm saying.
That'd be a good look, bro. Congrats on that, Gene.
I'm gonna write for Sesame Street. Sesame Street.
I took like, some time off after the pandemic, you know what I'm saying, because I took so much loss, and now I'm getting into stuff, and I'm finding the more I wing stuff and I don't care as much.
Yeah,
you see,
the best stuff.
It's when you don't wing it and you're trying to fulfill yourself to be something that everybody else wants you to be. That's when you fail, and it's like I'm walking in there, and I was talking to the dude during the fellowship, and like I was I say Philly slang all the time, and he was like, "You from Philly?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yo, I like that." He was like, "Don't change." He was like, "I want you to incorporate that if you're right."
Nika said, "Congrats to you, bro." Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
You already know, man. Look, I am thoroughly excited about what we got going on. We got the homie Will T popping in with us with some takes that have basically carried over MTMV Live on Wednesday. So we had to have him on the show. I respect him for even coming through. A lot of people get the invite. Few people show up to have that conversation. So, Will, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming through. You know the normal. Connie Westside. I am Miles Austin. This is Full 94. Let's get right into it. You are here. Yes, sir.
Hey, I got the power. I got the power. I got the power with me. I got the power. I got the power. I got the power
Family, what's going on? MTMV Sports, the Full 94 podcast here this morning. Look, I am thoroughly excited. We got a lot going on. The playoffs are near. The play-in tournament is coming. The Lakers are not in the playoffs. And playoffs are still coming. They're still here. Western teams, I'm looking to watch. Looking out for Phoenix. I'm not looking out for Utah. Definitely looking out for Dallas. Looking on the eastern side. I'm looking for Brooklyn. I'm not looking for the Knicks. Sorry, Connie. I'm looking for the Celtics, the way they're playing, the way they play.
I told you, by the way, in the beginning of the season, I told you. I said, hey, we're not going to do this thing where we put all our eggs in one basket. We don't.
But y'all were in the playoffs last year. This should be.
I don't
it
care.
Should be year to year. It should be consistent.
Something up. I told
your boy Julius has not turned the corner. I don't know what happened to your boy. But as the person to go to on the Knicks, you got to be better. And your team didn't make the playoffs. You felt that team. I honestly think Julius Randle will have a different destination this offseason. But that is neither here nor there. I am looking forward to seeing the Bucks and I'm looking for the Bucks. I'm looking for the Celtics. I'm looking for the Nets. I'm looking for a lot of the Eastern Conference to me is
that's what I'm just waiting for. Like the West.
Right?
The West, I don't know. Like I feel like the East is spicy. It may not be the team that we think is gonna be because right now, Cavs play the Nets. It's only one game.
Isn't that crazy?
Like and then there's a definitely you get what I'm saying. So that's just I think that I love it. The East is more.
I love it. Welcome to the NCAA tournament. So, I love this one off. This is if the Nets lose, and is that for the 7th, 8th spot or the 9th, 10th?
7th,
8th.
Okay, so they got to lose twice, which that's not going to happen. So
no, it's not. In the playoffs. But it's
who's
more
number one
the
right
fact
now?
That they put
the Heat.
Yeah, the Heat is the number one seed.
That Bucks Nets first round matchup, man.
I wanted in my life, dog.
I can't wait to watch that. Especially after the last two games that we've last year, how KD put his foot on the line, and then this year they won by one again.
I think whoever wins
that just made his all around game better this year.
Oh, facts. I think whoever wins that series comes out the East.
I don't.
What you think, Will?
The only reason I don't think that is because whoever wins that has to potentially go up against the Celtics in the second round.
They look really good, bro.
First off,
my apologies.
Hold on. First off, Will, no one cares about Philly. That's all you're trying to say is like Philly.
Yeah, no one cares about apologies. Philly. I didn't mention Philly. Look, I am excited to see Philly though.
I'm not even gonna comment to you with that Knicks background, so you could yourself.
I'm
excited though. I want to see
Philly, but I want to see James Harden actually do something in the playoffs. That's what I just want to see. Like I like Philly, you know what I'm saying, but I need to see. I want to see him in the playoffs.
Now, Will, let me ask you that. Are you looking forward to that?
I'm a little worried because as great as Embiid is playing, y'all right. Harden's not showing up. And us going up against the Raptors and potentially not having Thibault in the first round, I'm like, yo, I don't even. So it's like I love my Sixers, and I'm still going my Sixers, but I'm not even gonna disappoint myself and be like, yo, if it fall, it fall, because people been trying to convince me all year, like, yo, y'all great, but Doc not gonna get y'all there. With Doc as coach,
excuse me, Will, you're on the perfect show.
We don't like Doc Rivers.
No, let me
rephrase.
We don't like Doc.
See, Connie believes in this whole in 2008 he a championship coach. He should always have that pedigree.
WNBA.
I don't believe it. I watched it. We watched the Clippers.
If for Doc, it was the perfect storm in 2008. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. We watched in Los Angeles as that meltdown was having two top 10 3-and-D guys. The best defender in NBA was on your team, and he was an MVP.
Listen,
and y'all still lost.
Is it more so teams that he coached for or him? Because keep in mind, like
it's Doc.
You don't see the Clippers being in a championship game because Clippers are not a championship organization.
They had the squad.
Did you watch the game where they were blown out and Doc made no adjustments at halftime?
No, I'm not arguing that. See, I'm not arguing that. Sis, I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is it more so that organization? Because you have the talent. I mean,
Doc had the talent.
My thing is, you also have Philly, which had the talent last year. You know,
number one lost to the Hawks. I remember.
You can't really say that because we had the talent last year. Now I can't hate. That wasn't on Doc, yo. That was on Ben.
It was on the team.
Stop it.
It was on the team.
On Ben.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
You don't think so?
Game, if you look at that game, you can put small blame on everyone else, but Ben didn't show up. Ben didn't do what he
in the whole series.
If Ben does what he's supposed to do, we close that series out. Like that's not a problem. And it's not even the fact that he's not like I'm not one of those people where I'm like, yo, Ben's not good enough. Like I've watched Ben play some dope games and show up. Mm-hmm. Ben he folded when he shouldn't have folded. Like, yo, it's Trae Young, bro. Shoot the shot.
Yeah, but you know how Trae Young gets in those moments. He turns on a switch, I swear.
That's true.
You know, and I mean, I get what you're saying. Like he didn't show up, and that sometimes you're playing a team sport. You got to leave that whatever you're feeling behind. But I don't know. I think it was a team thing.
You're a 6'10" point guard.
Let me say this. When was the last time Philly won a championship?
83.
83. Thank you, sir. Now,
bro, you got the Knicks background and you ain't won What are you doing?
Well, I know. Here's the thing. I know this. I love this team, but I know we are doomed for the start.
Connie,
I don't know why.
I ain't trying to hear that. Y'all was bing bonging early in the year, bro. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm not trying to hear that.
Shout out to the homie Ulysses.
My best friend.
First comment we got. It was on Ben, but Joel's supposed to be the most dominant big. Why didn't he take over?
So that I agree. So the thing with Joel, the one thing I love about Joel this year is Joel's literally taking no prisoners. Like last year was like when he had been the issue with Joel was it was an excuse. It was like, all right, I got him here, I got him there. Like, yo, I'm gonna keep it funny with you. Joel could potentially be as great as Shaq if he just does what he's supposed to do. I ain't gonna say he's great as Shaq.
I'm not gonna argue that.
That's legitimate.
He's a one level scorer. You boy MB 3 levels, man.
That's why I said probably better because when you consider everything that this man can do on the floor, if he just moves out of his own way, I feel like if he has the perfect coach, whether it's James Harden or anybody,
ain't Doc.
Joel's going to dominate. Like, come on, like yo, we had this.
It's not Doc.
Can I give you another reason why I don't believe in Doc?
Because he's Doc, yo.
There's another one. First matchup we see after the trade. Philly versus Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Right? Did we watch that game?
That's what I was talking about.
They were down by 16 in the first. And because of the game plan and no adjustments, he didn't change throw the ball into Joel and let Joel
and
work.
Pound in the back.
You have James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias. Like he should be eating off of the mismatches, not throw the ball in and I hope you score.
Here's the thing I want y'all to take a look at for the rest of the season and going into the playoffs.
All right.
If he doesn't play Charles Bassey and Paul Reed, he's not going anywhere. DeAndre Jordan has to sit on the bench. If you take a look at, and this is a testament to Joel's dominance. Yeah. They talked about the Bucks game, right? So you look at the Bucks game when Joel was playing against Giannis. Yo, Giannis couldn't do anything. Joel went on the bench. I think Giannis scored 15 points in 3 minutes.
Hey, be like that.
Like, yo, and that happens every time Joel goes on the bench. So if you have, come on, yo, stop it with the Joel ain't better than Joker. Joker don't even play defense. Come on, man. The fact of the matter is that
he's going for his Joel, boy. He's like, yo,
I'll take Jokic though.
You'll take Jokic over Joel?
I think just consistency and health. I you know what I mean?
Health.
I think that's what I look at.
Health, I'll give you, but everything else, no.
I think after looking at your top 10 list, which we will get to here shortly, I think I know how you like basketball and you like scoring. No. You like somebody who can put the ball in the basket. And not saying that was the premise of your top 10. I'm just saying I understood and looked and said, the players that you put on your top 10, I said, those are a lot of people who can get out the way and I'm going to score the basketball.
No, I like people to play both ends of the floor, and Jokic don't do that.
No, I mean, a hand only
who
a hand
does?
Do. Maybe like
the people that name KD, Embiid, Giannis, the people that
did you say KD? KD don't play that much.
Don't do no defense like that.
Not the Warriors defense. And in Golden State, when you had it, he had a defensive player of the year coaching them. Also, you had the rest of the team. You had a lockdown perimeter defender in Klay Thompson. You had a defensive player of the year in Draymond Green that were feeding people to, hey, KD, all you got to do is stay back there and jump with your 7-foot frame and put your hands
up. That's the only reason why I would pick Joker over Embiid is him doing what he's doing without his defense.
Though Jokic doesn't play both sides of the ball. Like, I'll give it to you. He's a walking triple double. Son is nice, but if Embiid is healthy, there's no way I'm taking anybody.
Hey, Ulysses has a great point though. He says he scored. I'm talking about the end of it. He scores more rebounds and assists. Plus, you don't hear him crying with no Murray and Porter, man.
Exactly. Oh, that's my note.
I like the second part of that conversation.
So that's wrong because Embiid leads the league in scoring. If you're going to look at Embiid's defensive presence when he's in the game, the only person who's greater than him is Gobert. If you go and look at rebounds, he's got 2 more rebounds. I give you that. But at the same token, the team is literally built around Jokic having the ball in his hands at all times. So if you want to put the ball in Embiid's hands at all times, we'll do that. But there's no way you're going to tell me.
But I don't think he has that mentality to take over. Like Jokic will be in the game. He sees that his team is down. He's doing scoring from every position on the floor. He's doing everything to make his team win.
Let's look at the stats. He's
perfect example when Joel didn't take over last year.
Joel's averaging 33 points per game. 33 points per game.
11 rebounds and 4.2 assists.
And he's playing
33.
And he's playing defense.
Y'all
ignoring the whole defensive.
I know it was 33 though.
Y'all ignoring the whole defensive point. Like you can't have a player on there say he's your superstar and mans don't play defense. He don't.
All right, so he's scoring. Let's make sure we get the correction right. He's averaging 30, 12, and 4.
Yeah,
for the season.
Yes.
How many blocks does he get?
2.1.
Come on, yo.
That's 1.8. But that's
be in conversation for defensive player of the year, and he don't get that respect either.
Right.
30, 12, and 6. Yeah, Giannis is at 30, 12, and 6 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're gonna get to the top 10 list because we ain't gonna be here too long, but we're gonna get to that top 10 list. I'm telling you, that thing, I think is the topic for conversation. We'll read the next one from Ulysses. So you're not gonna force Joker into a 3. He's gonna find his way up to the block and score. I like that. Does Joel settle sometimes? Yes. But if he settles, I think it's let me get my win back so I can get down there and bang with y'all. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's a settlement like I'm gonna shoot because I don't want to go down there. I think it's I'm gonna shoot now because I'm trying to get my win back up. Then I'm gonna give you the cold shoulder.
I like Joker, yo, but I think when people focus on the analytics of Joker, that's the only way that you're doing it. But even if you focus on the analytics, you got to look at the plus minus when they both on the floor.
Yeah.
When they on the floor.
I think it's a style of play, right? I think it's a style of play in the way that you're looking. Joel is built for that type of offense, that city, right? Like that hard nose. Denver is kind of is one of those analytics teams, right? Right when you're talking about how they play and what they look like, not having Jamal, not having Porter Jr., but they're also playing just a roundabout game, move the ball. Quinn is in Utah. I'm sorry. What's my man in Denver? I forget the coach's name. But the way that offense plays, right? Like it's kind of master for the ball to hop around and move and Yoke kind of do what he's supposed to do. And he's perfect for that system, right? And I think they're both good where they are and what they're doing and how they play the game of basketball, especially how Philly plays. Kind of a hard nose type of thing, you know what I mean? Like I think with James Harden being there and going to be behind, kind of Tyrese kind of spelling them. Like I think Tyrese is going to be better for it. But I also think James Harden he's going to have to show up in the playoffs. At this point, he
has to.
You have to, and you have probably your best teammate. You know, aside from KD, like this is the best teammate you've had, and he's playing at MVP level right now. There is no excuse for you to go out in the first or second round. You need to be playing for the Eastern Conference Finals, period. You know what I mean? So especially when you got Brooklyn and Milwaukee in the first round, they're taking off one of the people you got to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like, come on, man.
But the teams in the East are stacked though. Like from top to bottom. The biggest thing about the Sixers right now is
that's why I said the East is.
That's the one thing that would keep me from like betting house on the Sixers is that we don't have a bench. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Philly has
Denver has a better team overall.
I'll give you that.
Denver has the better team overall.
Got another one. So Joel got more blocks and plays better defense because their guards play defense. No one plays defense in Denver. That's a fact. I'm not even gonna lie to you over there, dog.
Let me ask you. So in the game of basketball, we're not counting defense now. Is that what we're not doing?
No. Okay. It's one of those things where I look at it like this. It's hard to judge a player by how well he plays defense.
No, it's not.
No, this is what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying to you. It's not something that I'm like, oh shoot, he plays both sides of the ball, so he's number one. The problem is it's only a handful of people, probably 5 or 6 people that you look to for like lockdown defense. Joel, Giannis, Kawhi,
Draymond,
Pat Beverly out there, Drew Holiday. Like there's less than 10 players in the NBA that were like.
And the first 3 you name are all superstars, correct?
Say it again.
The first 3 you name are all superstars, correct?
Joel, Giannis, Kawhi. Yeah.
All right, so then that's your criteria. There's no way. Like, come on, yo. Like, and I don't know, maybe because I don't know because I'm older and I grew up with my uncles watching the game. Yo, it was Hakeem. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Mike is the GOAT is because Mike was locked down on both sides of the floor. Like, come on,
lockdown defender. I get that.
You can't ignore defense. Like, I get it.
Like, I don't think we are. I think we're in a league where defense is different now after 2000, right? Like the guys are more athletic, they're faster, scoring.
Yeah.
Like
they shoot from anywhere.
I think they're more talented.
So you should show more love to cats who play both sides.
I show love to them. I'm just saying it's not a lot of them.
There's not a lot of people that play defense. If I'm gonna look for a player, I would want like a Marcus Smart, Draymond Green, Hi Papa, things like that. But I wouldn't. I mean, you look for it, but at the same time, if you could score, usually that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
And if you keep calling your Aunt C, I'm gonna bang you.
You said hi.
Do the
hi C, not hi Auntie.
Do Ulysses' last comment. Sometimes they don't count defense. You hear me? You hear me? I got you.
Sometimes they don't count defense because how do Marc Gasol win Defensive Player of the Year over Bron when he didn't make first team? So they don't count defense.
Well, you got to.
That's a great point.
I agree with that. But you got to consider Memphis that year and the fact that he was the anchor for the number one defense. It's kind of hard to go. That's kind of hard to get past.
I hear you, but not making first team on defense, that's got to count for something. You win defense player of the year, you should be on that team.
Right.
I mean, you can have that argument about all NBA first team. That's a loaded
I hear you. I'm still in the same vein as the NBA. The MVP is not the best player in the NBA. That's just I feel like those two don't go hand in hand. That's me though. That's a hot take. I don't want to get everybody. I want to get everybody in there.
That's true. I think most valuable player. I think if I take dude off this team, how is it going to look for everybody else? It's going to be that's different from who the best player in the league is.
Oh yeah, I feel like if I'm honest, absolutely honest, right? With the little bit of defense, I believe that Bron does more on the basketball court than KD. But you can't guard KD. Like there is nothing that you can do.
That jumper is.
I watched facts. Like I watched him, and so KD has a podcast now, and JJ Redick has a podcast. I watched JJ's for a while. They did a collab like a week ago.
Yeah,
and KD was like, he's like, the thing that I love about my game is like I'm trying more to get more people involved because I know I can pull up on anybody. Like that was just he was like at any point I know I have that in my back pocket, and that's what helps me play more. That's why it looks because a lot of people who analyze KD's game is saying, "Hey, it looks too easy out there," right? And that's what he's saying. He's like, "Look, I'm trying to get everybody else involved because I know I can just raise up and shoot everybody. I'm a great shooter. I'm a 3-level scorer, and I'm 7 foot. Who's blocking my shot for real?" So I appreciate that. I believe that Bron does more for the purpose of the team. However, if I need a bucket, I don't know KD's nobody can stop KD. There's not a person in the league that can do it.
It's Magic Mike all over again.
Right? Like you can kind of like, and that's the thing. I've always, even with the GOAT situation, right? The GOAT debate, and I've always said, like, to me, Bron versus MJ is an unfair comparison because of the style of play and the position, right? Like you knew what you wanted from Mike, and I knew what I needed from Bron. So I mean, I think it's cool, but we're gonna definitely. Huh?
What you said?
What
about Bron and Mike?
Yeah, what you said?
That they played two different positions.
No, they supposed to play the position, which is the greatness.
Okay.
See, that's what kills me about y'all young folks. I tell you what.
Young folks? You still wet behind the ears, my boy. Come on now.
So since you want to speak, since you want to speak, bro,
this is the perfect segue.
Top 10.
Segue. We need the top 10.
Oh man,
give me your top 10 right now. I need that. You was talking a lot of smack on Wednesday. Will as well, and he will come right after you.
Oh, I'm gonna back mine up, bro. So I ain't even worried about that.
I'm looking forward to it.
And I shared it on my Instagram, and I got a lot of heat. But that's
of course you got a lot of heat. You got Bron at 10,
right?
Bro. We will get to that. Connie, let's get it.
All right. So my top 10. Of course, I got Giannis at number 1. I got Luka at number 2. I got Jason Tatum number 3, and B 4. Booker 5. Curry 6. KD 7. Joker 8. Kawhi 9. Kawhi should have been higher, but Kawhi got ghost after a while, but he's still a great player. And then my secret top 10, Scotty Barnes, the Florida State GOAT. Boy, I tell you what, Scotty Barnes is averaging 15 points per game this season. Scotty Barnes is averaging 15 points per game this season, which is a good look.
I want to see Ulysses' fingers right now. I know he's going crazy on that keyboard.
Okay, so why do you have Scotty Barnes in your top 10?
Oh, this guy.
Out of everybody that's in the league right now, why Scotty Barnes in your top 10? I like Scotty. I love his game, but why he's in your top 10?
All right, so Scotty Barnes, yes, there's some bias there because he's a Florida State guy. You know how we do it. We still, he knows wherever we go. But keep in mind, he like I said, he's averaging 15 points per game this season. Even though that's not a lot, because we got guys that average 30. You know what I'm saying? People getting like 64 points a game or whatever. And he has not hit that threshold yet. But the thing is, he's showing promise and consistency, which for a while.
I hate you in potential. I can't stand it. He's showing promise, and he's in your top 10.
Yeah, and you know what? He's going to be a great player, man.
He's not even top 50.
Someone drug test this man in my Stephen A. voice.
Honey, I wanted to defend.
Talk to your boy Ulysses. He said he ain't top.
Ulysses is wrong about the All NBA team. They do 2 guards, 2 forwards, and 1 center. They should move to positionless basketball.
Oh, for sure.
All NBA.
For sure. They're definitely. All right, Will, you up, man? Because Connie got some other stuff. I don't know what his potential is.
Let's keep in
y'all
mind,
still love me, so it's cool, man.
The second was top 10 this year, so I ain't talking about all time.
Yeah, of course. Let's before you start that, let's make sure we just clarify. For the top 10, we are talking in the NBA right now, not in the sense of all time or this and that or whatever.
LeBron kills
right now at this crazy. Yes, and yes, Connie did not put Bron in his top 10 after averaging 38 and 8. But it is what it is. Go ahead, Will.
KD, Embiid, Giannis, Joker, Luka, Morant, Curry, Booker, Tatum, and Bron. So Bron's still in his top 10.
First, in terms of your top 10, I would take it. At first glance, I would throw it away. You know what I mean? But I looked at it again and I was like, I'll just throw it in the washer. You know what I mean? Kind of mix it up. You have top 10 players. You know what I mean? How Bron got to the bottom of your list, I have no idea, but I would love for you to explain. Tell me that.
Okay, so the first thing, okay, come on. So the first thing you gotta realize is, your man's is bucket. Y'all need to talk to him.
Oh, Ulysses be on it, dog.
KD is a walking bucket. At the end of the
my
day,
boy Nick Steen. What's up? What's up,
Nick,
man?
love you, bro.
KD is the most unstoppable player in the NBA. All right.
All right.
Under him, you got Embiid. Embiid is basically KD, but he got to get even more of a killer instinct. Once Embiid does that, Embiid is the best player in the NBA, bar none. He does everything KD does, but he doesn't.
Are you saying this because you a Philly fan?
No, I'm saying this because it's facts.
Tell me why, for a person who thoroughly respects, I don't know why I like the word thoroughly. It sounds very good when it comes out of my mouth. Thoroughly respects someone who plays both sides of the basketball, and you have Giannis third.
So here's the thing with Giannis. I like Giannis, but at the end of the day, teams have already shown that they can literally create a barrier on Giannis in the playoffs and stop Giannis. Until Giannis can improve his three-point shooting.
Giannis used to be hold on.
Ain't no problem. Nick, drop safe, brother.
Hold up. Giannis used to be a bucket at that 3-point when he was smaller. And
everybody
forgets this.
He got bigger.
Now people can't. Now they can't hack a Shaq him and try to get him to the free throw line because now he's making them.
But this is the thing, though. After coming off of a championship, Finals MVP, and a 50-piece for the closing game, so like that barrier stuff ain't working no more, dog.
No, it's still working because it works. When you watch them when they play against the Heat do it all the time, and it still works. There's still teams who can use that against Giannis. The reason why I have KD and Embiid ahead of him is literally for skill. Giannis is there, but Giannis is not all the way there yet. You know what I'm saying? I got Joker next. I can't not put the MVP from last year in the top 5. I do love the way that he gets triple doubles, but the fact of the matter is, Joker don't play both sides of the ball, and y'all can talk everything y'all want, but he ain't showing up in the playoffs either like he was supposed to because they ain't got to where they were supposed to get to. So I ain't trying to hear that.
That's a fact. You ain't lying.
Next is Luka. Luka is nice, Luka's unstoppable. I honestly think in the next 3 to 4 years, Luka's gonna be the best player in the NBA.
Bro, hold on. Ulysses, you gotta give me 10. You can't just give me. You just can't give me like what you gave me 6. You gotta give me 10, baby boy. You gotta give me 10.
After that, you got Ja Morant. I love Morant. The only reason you can't give Morant MVP is because he plays on such a great team. They're 20-3 without him. Like you can't be MVP if your team is out here getting buckets and winning without you, and they're beating top tier teams. You still got Steph Curry, which I can't respect. Steph almost won the MVP last year, going into the play-in. Like when Steph is healthy, Steph can play with anybody and dominate.
Absolute problem.
I love Devin Booker. The thing with Devin Booker is that Devin Booker has to prove that he can do it without CP3 on a consistent basis.
Yeah, facts.
So he does that. Devin Booker's just going to be a automatic scorer. Yeah. Tatum is great.
Well, wait, hold on.
What's up?
He proved that in the bubble. He proved that he could do this on his own.
I'm not taking nothing in the bubble, bro.
He went undefeated. He went undefeated in the bubble. What are you talking about?
Finish no top 10 because I feel that's a whole other conversation.
TJ Warren's people giving 30 plus in the bubble, bro. You ain't seen him since. Calm down. Jason Tatum is nice. I want to see Tatum get to that next level, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen with Jaylen Brown. Like they play great defense.
Didn't I say that?
They play great defense, but I got to see what they do in the playoffs. And then, of course, you got Bron. I love Bron. Bron is nice. I do think the stands take it a little bit too far, but at the end of the day, he's not the same Bron he was a few years ago. Y'all got to be okay with that. He's 37, so let's be okay with that.
He's 37.
This is the other side of the ball talking.
It's starting to diminish. Like
that's the other side of the ball talking.
When he scores under 15 points a game, then I'll say he's diminished.
No, I can't say that because if you want to say that, I mean, let's be honest. Before Mike got hurt when he was with the Wizards, Mike was about to take the Wizards to the playoffs at 40.
With 25 points a game.
Cap? Like that's cap. You know what I'm saying? You got 80 on the squad. And unfortunately,
how many games did he play? 14.
I gotta put the general manager on Bron this year, because he fumbled the bag with the Russell Westbrook over DeRozan.
He fumbled.
Gotta take that one, but that's
that one for sure
right there, yo.
I like Ulysses. I'm gonna just read him out real quick. KD, Greek Freak, Bron, Joel, Luka, Curry, Booker, Joker, Tatum, Ja. I'm not mad at the top 10, but I definitely think you got Joker too low. Nick, do you pull up Nick's comment for me, Connie?
Got you.
Let's say Bron is 37. It can still give you 37. Can't compare him to himself from before. Exactly. I get it. All right, see, I'm gonna let you get it in. What's your top 10, bro?
I have Giannis, Bron, Jokic, Embiid, Curry, Luka, Booker, Ja, and Jason.
Booker, Ja, Jason. So Jason's made the top 10. He's solid.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because when they were the 11th seed, not the 11, the 9th seed, I believe. He just turned on this energy to put his team in a position to be in the playoffs. So,
big facts.
But I do agree with Will saying that if Jalen's still there, he's not going to make it to the next one.
Yeah. So give me your top 5 again.
I have Giannis, Bron, Jokic. Oh, I forgot someone. Embiid and KD. I forgot KD at 5.
Embiid and KD. Okay. I think kind of what we're seeing though, the top 5 is kind of the same amongst even the comments as well as us. Besides Connie.
Come on, man.
But Tatum at number 3. Whatever. So mine, I'm gonna go into it because we had this conversation on
Wednesday
on the TMV Live Wednesday. So I'm gonna go Giannis, KD, Giannis, KD, Bron, Yoke, Embiid, Luka, Curry, Morant, Booker, Tatum. So I think top 10. I think what I like about it is that the top 10 is literally all of our top 10s put in the washer, right? Like we all agree. Yeah, we all agree that these top 10 players are probably these players besides Scotty Barnes. But the top 10,
you better leave my dog alone, bro.
Your dog need to leave your dog alone. But the top 10, I think is consistent. And I think when we're looking at the teams, like I think Giannis obviously just gives you everything. I think KD is the best scorer in the NBA. I think Jokic is one of the most unique centers that we've seen. Bron is Bron. Luka, Embiid,
bad man.
Curry. What Ja's doing this year is absolutely amazing. Booker has become consistent now. Now the question is, just like you said, Will, after CP3, can you be consistent on that? And he's been hurt this year, and they still been with that top spot. So he is kind of showing that, but it just has to be on a longer span. Mm-hmm. And Tatum hopping into the top 10 for what he's done for Boston this season, especially since the All-Star break, is definitely dope, man. So comment. I mean, I'll let you know. Ulysses, I think you commented your top 10. Nick, I think you're driving. Like, just be safe, brother. So I see
me and my best friend out of the leg. Didn't I say that on Wednesday? He would got Coach Lou.
Facts. Hi,
best friend.
I think it definitely be different, man. It's gonna be hard watching in my Lakers jersey with my Lakers not in the playoffs, but I'm excited for what the West and the East has to offer. Give me a quick, 10-second, the team that you think who can win it all and why. And then we'll go from there. He would pick up Scotty Barnes as a background. See, give me the team you think will take it all in 10 seconds and why.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks again.
I like it. Is it
because I'm gonna go with? Of course, it's because of Giannis. He is in the contention for MVP, and the fact that to see him progress his game all year is impressive.
Definitely. I like it.
So I would love to see him get back.
Will, who you got?
Since they ain't my Sixers, I'm gonna go with the Suns. I think DeAndre Ayton's play picking up this year has been great. I think them playing without CP3 over that period of time is gonna be good. And I want to see my boy get that chip finally. So I'm definitely going with the Suns this year.
I like that. Connie, who you got?
He does deserve it.
Who taking it?
Give me just a second.
Scotty Barnes.
Stuff falling. Scotty Barnes gonna win it all by himself. Anyway, man, I gave you my 2 finalists the other day. Me and you was talking through text. And my 2 finalists is Brooklyn and Golden State. And who wins out of that? Don't look at me like that. Who wins out of those 2? I want to go Golden State.
I want to go inside your head.
Seriously. I want y'all to think about want y'all to think how I think just for a second.
That's what I want to understand.
We're gonna go inside the head of Conrad. All right, so I don't think I don't think like everybody else. So when I look at stuff, I look at stuff in a broad sense. No one's going to see it now, but when you see it later, I'm going to be like, I told you so. I told you so. I see like potential everywhere, even though y'all say, look, Kyrie, chill out with potential stuff. But the thing is, you can see when something's going to turn up. And when something turns up, I'm like, yo, I want to be the first to say it. So whether I'm right or wrong, my thing is I see the broader picture. I'm like, yo, this is going to happen one way or another. Because here's the thing.
Yeah, all right, brother.
Here's the thing.
You just told me to get inside your head. You didn't say anything as to why you picked Brooklyn and Golden State.
You what.
Inside your head is one team that don't play defense and one team that can't stay healthy. All right, I understand.
Look at
Connie's face.
You got it, big dog.
This is all right. I'll go.
All right. Let's think about it in the sense of we all watch college football here, do we not? If we don't, if some of us don't, I understand. Look, Cincinnati this year, they went to the Final Four with the playoffs in college football. I told everybody, look, they want to get back to the playoffs. That's their main goal. The whole entire year, everybody and mama on the team was like, no, they're not going to get there. They're not going to get there. Not going to get there. Not going to get there. Something's going to happen. Bama's going to win this game. Somebody's going to win this game. And they got there. Now, they didn't. The thing is, I was hoping what the playoffs were supposed to do was have Georgia beat Bama, and then it was going to be Georgia, Cincinnati as the last people, as the first round. I wanted Cincinnati to get their payback because they had it was the story.
They're playing the Nuggets, right?
Huh?
The Warriors. They're playing the Nuggets, right?
See, here's the thing.
I'm just making sure you know. Will he be back in time? Curry?
I don't know.
Will he be back? Isn't he out?
Let me
exactly. You're not listening.
Oh, wow.
Curry's out. So that first round.
She was reeling you in, bro.
No.
You right.
So
she reeled you right
make
on
sure you go look.
Sorry, I miscalculated. Give me the Bucks.
Calculated.
Give me the Bucks.
All right, so look, I got you.
Give me the Bucks.
I'm looking at. It's gonna be crazy. However, I think in the
I
Western
miscalculated. I'm so bad.
I think coming out of the West, and we had this conversation last week. See, looked at me like I was crazy. I think it's either going to be Phoenix or Dallas coming out of the West. I think just the way that the tree is set up and the way that the standings are, it could possibly happen. I think whoever comes out of that series, because Phoenix and Dallas will match up with each other, right? And in the second round, I believe. So I think who comes out of that series comes out of the West. In the Eastern Conference, I think it's between. Let me look back at it real quick. I think it's between Brooklyn and Milwaukee. I think coming out of that, I think the Bulls look good. I think the Raptors look good. They're heating up at the right time. I think Philly goes where James Harden goes because we know what we're going to get from Joel. And Boston coming out of that, I think potentially right now the series would be if KD. If the Brooklyn Nets beat the Cavs, they play Boston in the first round. So I'm kind of excited for that one as well. But coming out, I like Phoenix. I like Milwaukee. But I do think Dallas is a sleeper team, and it could possibly happen. So, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, sleeper it would be the Clippers if Kawhi comes back. But he just upgraded to 3-on-3. So we'll see how that plays out. But, I mean, better coaching Ty Lue than Doc.
After his injury.
He dropped 37 that night.
He's ready to ball.
You think Absolutely going to do anything with these guys? Come on.
Paul George is so inconsistent.
You're funny.
No, I'm just saying what he's came back and did since his injury. I wasn't expecting a game like that.
In the world, we get Phoenix, Memphis, and we get I'm gonna say we get Philly and the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I like it. I'm not mad.
I like it.
I'm not mad at that, bro.
I like that.
I'm not mad at that. Well, look, man, everything that we've talked about is right around the corner. and the beginning of the playoffs is right around the corner. So episode 21, we have got in the books. Episode 22, it's going to be an interesting conversation because by that time, I believe that the play-in tournament will have happened, and we'll be getting into the first round of the playoffs. If you want to support the full 94 MTMV Sports at all, the Cash App is below MTMV Sports. Shoot us a Cash App. Everything that is sent in is used to put right back in, kind of one of those bootstrap companies. Everything
guys,
comes in, goes right back out for it. You know what I mean?
How good we look now, you see? So
we
make sure
moving.
you drop
we definitely
that
moving, man.
moolah.
And Ulysses, go. Just get that one. Brooklyn versus the Bucks. I like it, bro, honestly, and I really think that's going to be good in how we play it. So make sure you come, keep supporting. We 21 episodes in. Will, we appreciate you for coming through, bro. Absolute pleasure. Now, how we're ending the shows now is shooting out and giving support to another podcast on the network, Sports Talk with C. How she's doing it, absolutely killing it right now with the interviews, being a part of the NCAA tournament, the WNBA connects that she has as well. We're just a talented person on the team, man. So as we go out, support us in everything that you can do. Support us at MTMV Sports, support 494, Sports Talk with T, everything in between, everything that MTMV Sports has to offer. Will, we appreciate you for coming through, man, and standing your ground. Folks get a lot, like I said at the beginning, man, a lot of people get the invite. Few people come through, man. So I definitely appreciate that. Connie, if you could play Steve's intro into our intro as we go out, man. Absolutely love it. Y'all be safe, be easy.
Well, don't get off yet. I have to tell you something after.
For sure, man. We appreciate y'all for real.
Pay.